Hi everyone, this is Nia and today I'll be trying to paint with my new markers. If you've been watching me for a while, this sketchbook will probably look familiar to you. It's the sketchbook I gave up on because when I paint with watercolors, the paint always ends up pretty streaky unless I use a really light consistency. So I just gave up on it. But what a great opportunity to reuse this book because I feel like I'd be able to use this paper for the markers. Originally, I thought that I would just use this sketchbook for gouache, but I didn't end up painting much with gouache because it just took too long to film compared to watercolors. So now that I have another opaque medium, I guess I can finally reuse it and hopefully finish the sketchbook at one point. Today I decided to paint flowers because I feel like that would be the easiest thing for me to paint personally, and I wanted this to just be a quick trial where I don't have to put much thought or too much effort into it, and I'm just going to freehand everything. I want it to feel organic and I guess kind of like a doodle even, where I kind of just half mindlessly place things on the paper and just repeat certain shapes, just to get a basic understanding or a quick feeling of what it would be like to paint with the set. So this is going to be those flower bush painting thing, or a flat lay of a bunch of flowers. I see these types of paintings a lot on Pinterest and they always put a smile on my face. I see it done with gouache a lot and I just want to try it out with these markers. There are a bunch of things that I want to figure out, like what the difference is, how quick it can be to paint with the markers, how the ink flows out compared to painting with gouache, and things like what my intuition would tell me in order to achieve a certain look, and also to see what the opacity would look like for light flowers against a dark background. Here I started with the darkest green that I have in the set. I painted a border first, then I want the edges to look kind of uneven, so I just added some leaves with the dark green and a bit of black. Then at the center I'm going to add a bit more black, then just smudge the two colors together until we get somewhat of a radial gradient going from the black at the center to the dark green. But yeah, at this point, I'm already thinking I would prefer to start with a warmer tone of dark green instead of this cooler tone one, if I could control the color temperature. But again, because I can't control the temperature, it also makes it a bit easier to choose the color because you kind of have less to choose from and it's just a little bit easier to decide. It's just because I paint so much generally that I already have a preference, but at the same time I also felt like a kid again painting with this and not having to make too big of a decision and controlling every single aspect of the painting, which is also freeing in itself, if that makes sense. With this set though, I already wouldn't mind a bigger set with more colors. One of my favorite things about these markers is just how quick the application is compared to paint, because you don't have to reload and clean your brush each time when you're changing colors. But as I'm painting the background, because I only have one nib, I also felt like I'm wasting so much ink or paint. I'm not really sure what to call the refills. Please let me know in the comments though. But I was also thinking maybe it would be a good idea to paint backgrounds using gouache, so I can spread it really quickly with my larger brushes and then I can paint on the details or the rest of the subjects with these markers. I might try that in the future, but for this one I'm just going to stick with these markers. After adding on the black at the center, and I'm just going to keep adding a bit more paint on top of each other and using my wet finger that I dipped into water to smudge these two colors together. Once I feel like I have pretty good coverage for the background, I'm going to start painting the center of the flowers. Here I'm using an orangey red, just painting little dots until they become circles and spreading it around the area that I've painted. I'm also thinking if any of you would want me to turn these paintings into tutorials. How would you prefer me to name the colors? Because there are so many, whereas with watercolors I just tell you the mixes with my limited palette. And even if I tell you the exact same color codes, it means you need to have the exact same set, which might not be possible for those of you who are even interested. So I'm thinking maybe just to say the colors and the temperature of the colors instead of the exact codes. Or if you're not interested in a tutorial, I can also just do like a paint with me where I put background music and you can have the video in the background while you paint something similar in a different medium, or just do your homework or chores and things like that. I'm just throwing ideas out there, so please let me know in the comments regarding this, because I feel like I'm going to be painting a lot with it. I'm just so curious. After I painted this one, I just had so many ideas that I want to try out with this medium since I actually really like it. But yeah, I feel like these are one of those things where I really need your opinion, so I would really appreciate it if you voice out your ideas in the comments, because this would be something new for my channel and I want to be able to take in your consideration and not just my own. So from here, I'm just going to keep painting the petals around the center of the flowers, and it's going to be quite repetitive. And this is also where I realized that not having 100% coverage isn't such a bad thing, because this way I can layer the more opaque colors, and these flowers that I'm painting right now, because it is slightly darker from the background, it'll help with the depth as I add on more layers with the brighter and lighter colors. After painting the petals, I wanted to see if adding another layer would make a difference in the opacity. I also gave the marker a good shake beforehand so the ink and paint would be mixed a bit better. And personally, I could see a difference. The color that I've layered look a bit brighter and more saturated. And I'm going to add more lines for some of the petals to suggest a bit of texture and detail with the same color. I wanted to add a bit more vibrancy to these flowers by layering more of those line details that I did earlier. And this time I also added a bit of a color variation. I'm using a slightly deeper yellow. For the flower petals close to the edges of the border, I feel like because of the lower opacity, you can see the background from the leaves versus the white of the paper, and this can be a bit distracting to look at. So specifically for those petals, I would just make sure that it's painted in full opacity. Next, I'm using a mid-tone green to add some small leaves. Most of these would be covered up by the flowers later, but I just wanted to see what it feels like to paint those small leaves with the thin stems. It's actually quite difficult to paint them because the nibs are quite flexible at the tip. So you would need to be very light-handed and stable in order to paint these thin stems. So maybe this is something that I might paint over with gouache and a smaller brush if I wanted to do some really fine details for a painting. Now I'm going to add the next layer of flowers. I'm just going to paint more of the same thing basically, but this time I'm going to make sure it has full opacity. So I'll go over some of them again. This way there will be a saturation difference, and the more saturated flowers will come forward and the darker flowers will look further back. I also gave the marker a good shake beforehand, and I feel like this helps to make the color of the paint look thicker and a bit more saturated. After painting the lighter flowers, I felt like the overall color is a bit too dull, so I'm going to paint more with the deeper yellow. I could finish off here, but I still felt like painting, so I'm going to add a new layer of some white flowers to finish everything off. This color isn't exactly white, but it is the lightest yellow that I have, but because it's so light compared to everything else, it will give the illusion that I'm painting with white. In conclusion, I had so much fun painting with this. I felt like recently it's been a bit difficult to keep up with my schedule, and after trying it and finding out that it's so fast and quick to use, I felt less pressure when I paint. I felt like I could make mistakes and it's a bit easier since you can just paint over it. And I just can't wait to experiment more with this medium. With this said though, this is still a watercolor channel, so I'll of course keep making more watercolor tutorials, but please bear with me because this is actually so fun and I really want to share the journey here as well. I'm already thinking of so many different subject matters that I want to try. Anyway, that's it for this video. I hope it was somewhat informative for you and hopefully it sparked new interest to try new mediums for yourselves as well. If you're still here, thank you so much for sticking right to the very end of this video and I'll see you again next time. Bye!